What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day today. My day was pretty good. And if you're alive, your day is good also. Hope your friends and your family are treating you well and everything is going good. Everything is going good around you. Your finances and everything else. Speaking of friends, my subject on today will be there's no such thing as friends, only associates. Slim Thug and Zero had a song called There Is No Such Thing as Friends, Only Associates. There's no such thing as friends, only associates. Taking me back when I was a young whippersnapper, like the old people will say. When I was a young man, which I'm still a young man, but I was a young man in the streets. I had a friend, and I kind of told this story in one of my videos already. But I had a friend, we grew up together, and we ate at each other's house, rode bikes up and down the street. Just the typical thing that kids would do, young men to do with growing up with somebody that they're trusting as their friend. Get out of school every day. What's up with you, man? What's up with you, man? What you want to do? This is my partner in crime. We thugging. We doing whatever we got to do together. So I started hanging around this guy. Began to build a friendship with each other. Plus, his sister was in the same grade as me. But that's not what it's about. It's about him. So we growing up. Like I say, get out of school, go over to his house, and we riding our bikes up and down the street. That's where I first learned how to steal a bike, because I seen him do it. So we used to go steal bikes. We grew up in the hood. Mama and daddy couldn't afford to do that, and almost anything was going. So we stole bikes, went in the store, stole out the store, and we used to go in the store sometime and steal BB guns, steal the cartridge that go inside of the BB gun. The little air thing that you put in there. We'd go steal those, steal candy bars and all type of things. We were just being kids, being a young rowdy kids in the street. And as time went by, of this friend, things got kind of rocky. Things got kind of rocky down the road, and I'm like, I wasn't tripping about it, because I'm a loner anyway. I stayed to myself. I wasn't really tripping about it. I was just happy to have a friend at the time. But this friend started going to jail, and I'm like, why in the world you can't stay out of juvenile? Why you can't stay out of juvenile, man? So he'll get out, do good for a little bit, go back. Do good for a little bit, then he'll go back. Now, in the state of Texas, I think the name of the bigger ups in in juvenile was TYC. He made it to up to that type of stuff. TYC, that just y'all bad when y'all go there. If you're in the state of Texas and you know about it, you say something in the comments, you might know exactly what I'm talking about. But when a young man is getting in so much trouble, it's like the pen for a young man. It's like the pen for a teenager. So they send them off over there because they are reckless where they are. And the guy come back, be hanging out in the store, so we about to steal this day. I remember like yesterday, we was in Kmart. The guy attitude was just starting to be trash, man. And he had a center block. It was a center block outside because somebody came outside and said something. I forgot what the argument was about. But he took that center block and threw it into the window. Shattered the whole glass. Shattered it. And I'm looking. I'm like, oh, man, ooh, we got to go to jail. Man, I run across the street. Gone. We on our bikes. Gone. Right across the street. There was a Kmart right across the street. Not Kmart, but an Albertson right across the street. We got to Albertsons. And I remember seeing my grandmother. I said, hey, Grandma, how you doing? How you doing? My grandma, I'm talking to her and everything. So I went inside the store, stealing candy bars just to go to school next day and sell those candy bars. I was a hustler back then. I've been hustling. So I knew hustling was going to be in my blood. And I'm not talking about selling drugs. I never sold drugs. I'm just talking about getting to the money. So I seen my grandmother, and after I got done talking to my grandmother, the police pull up. We looking. This guy acting up, acting crazy. I'm like, man, something is wrong with this friend. What's wrong with him? And I knew, and the signs kept coming to say, stop hanging around this dude. Man, this dude reckless. He gonna get you and him messed up. Young and dumb, not even understanding. They said ignoring it, going on about my business. Guy got out of jail. We over our other friend's house, hanging out. Some girls stay across the street. We trying to mack at them, trying to get at them. And what young men do when they get together, if they in the hood, or even if they're not in the hood. This young man with testosterone that's building up in their body, they're trying to holler at females, holler at young ladies. And we call them boppers and stuff back then. Young ladies is just wild. We call them boppers back then. I think Paul Wall had a verse in one of his songs about boppers. But that's what we called them back then. And even though now they call them thoughts, they might be done changed that. But back to the story. We at my other friend's house. He got a BB gun. And I'm like, man, what's going on? He got a BB gun in his hand. He's shooting it and everything. And he's sitting on the back of our other friend's mother's car. He jumped up, boom, stole on me just like that. And I'm like, oh, what's going on, man? This dude just hit me out of nowhere. I'm like, whoa, what's happening? What's up? So we squabbling, fighting, to the point we got on the ground. I'm like, man, I'm finna get this dude, man. I'm finna get him. I'm finna get him. Because this dude just hit me. I gotta get my lip back. Whatever I can get to knock this dude out, I'm finna do it. And plus, he say he my friend. He showing me that he ain't my friend like that either. Man, I grab him, put him in a headlock, man. It was a little move. It was a move I used to do a lot when I got into a fight when I was a young man. If I get you in the headlock, I'm finna slam you on your head. So I got him in the headlock. Boom! Slammed him on his head. Ah! He hollered, ah! Man, I'm thinking I bust his head. I think I knocked him unconscious a little bit. So we stopped fighting. Our other homeboy come and break us up. I think my brother was there. Everybody broke the fight up. So we stopped hanging around each other for a little bit. Things got kind of rocky. And during that time, I seen him again. So we stopped hanging around each other for a little bit. And I walked past his house one day. And this is what he said to me. Quit showing me this dude. You better get away from this dude. He's trash. He's not a good influence on your life. He said, yo, man. He said my name. Yo, man, I thought you were dead. I said, you thought I was dead? What do you mean you thought I was dead? I don't know, man. I just thought you were dead. And it taught me a lesson right then and there. There's no such thing as friends. only associates. Because that person, the same person that you're calling your friend, can backstab you the whole time. They don't even like you. They were just an associate. So if you start treating your friends like an associate, you can just get rid of them. Just like an employee, you can replace that employee, keep it moving. The company's still moving on. But I do have one friend that I grew up since elementary. We still on good track today. We never had any problem like that. Now, there are such things as real friends. I'm not saying there's not a such thing as real friends. But very rarely do you find somebody that's dependable and that's real. So if you got a real friend in your life or somebody real in your corner, appreciate that. Because there's no such thing as friends, only associates. But you still may have a real friend. Y'all have a good one.